do this bit before we probably get back into the wind again. So last time I recorded, I said I was going to sit out for the next few hours in the tent and then sleep, catch up on sleep and head back tomorrow, back where I came. So I'm just a bit out of breath. But just after I finished recording that, the wind changed direction, which I thought was good, but it wasn't, because it was now blowing between the rocks directly at my tent. So we were fully exposed to the full force of the wind, and it was just shaking itself to pieces. And after everything that tent has done for me in Storm Dara, and wow, there's actually a break in the cloud. And look at it coming over though. But yeah, after everything that tent's done for me, especially in these last 24 hours, oh my god, how it was getting through that wind and kept me safe, I have no idea. But I wasn't about to let it shake itself to pieces and give up on it. So I had to save it. But in order to save it, I had to get out in the elements. So, God knows how, somehow, using my back as a shield on the tent to stop it just folding in on itself, I supported the tent on my back and put all my belongings into the bag, leaving just the tent to try and deal with. I'll tell you about the rest in a minute. Look at that. Look at the beauty. In the storm. The wind's slowing down. That's the last time I listened to UK weather reporters. Oh my god. I've rounded the side of the mountain. Back there, where I come from, it was open, as well as fully exposed to the wind. Listen to that difference now. Oh my god. I didn't think that was ever going to end. I mean, this is only temporary, but what a nice break. Have you any idea what rain feels like in over 50-mile-an-hour winds? It feels like you're dragging your face through a thorn bush. Not pleasant. Oh wow. Anyway, let's crack on. Wow, I don't know if you can see behind me, I'm finally starting to drop below the clouds now, and there's even a bit of sunshine in the valley in the distance there. So, I'm coming back down Jakub's ladder now. Whoa! Swap hands. Better hand. Coming back down Jakub's ladder now, dropping down below the clouds, and that hill there is sheltering me a bit from the wind as well. So quite a difference. Quite a difference. I mean, I'm sure on the GoPro it still sounds pretty windy. I'm trying to shelter it with my chest as much as possible so that you can hear me. But yeah. Oh, like now, I could be starting a trip now, walking along here, and everything would just feel like normal. But it's not been, has it, guys? I don't mind admitting, there was 2 times, one about 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock this morning, and once when the wind changed direction just now and chaos ensued. I was a little bit concerned. I mean, the second time when the wind changed direction and chaos ensued, at least it was daytime and I could walk myself out. But 3 o'clock this morning, when the wind went from windy to gale force, in pitch black, yeah, I don't mind admitting that was a little bit scary. I mean, I did have a sleeping bag and bivvy bag, and I was in a sleeping bag and bivvy bag, so if the tent collapsed, I could relatively remain warm and dry, I guess. Everything was going to be trashed. I probably would lose half my stuff in the wind, but I would be alive and I would be warm, which is why I take it, so that I've always got a bit of a waterproof backup. But when that wind picked up and I was having to lean against it to stop it folding in on itself, well, presumably to stop it folding in on itself. I mean, I can't believe that frame, they were holding so well. But anyway, yeah, when I was having to use my body to support it, I was genuinely worried that the wind was going to pick me up with the tent and throw me down the side of the mountain. That was my biggest fear. Oh, nice. I'm starting to feel a little bit more composed now. Heart is starting to return to normal. It's still early in the day. I've got lots of hours of walking time yet to get back to where I started, so it's all good. Although coming down Jakub's ladder is a little bit slow and tedious with my knees. I remember coming up it, and you know that going uphill is better for my knees than down, but I remember coming up it thinking, geez, this is hurting. I'm so glad I haven't got to come back down it again, because I'm going round. But I'm not. I'm now going back to where I started. As soon as I get to the bottom of Jakub's ladder, I need to get some fresh water, because obviously I was up so much last night, I was drinking all night, and I'm now out, which was another concern of mine about staying another day. Although there's water en route, yeah, if I'd have just stayed there in the tent today, if I'd have just stayed in the tent today and caught up on sleep and stuff and weathered out the storm, which I don't think was ever going to happen, but anyway, then I'd have had no water all day, and I wouldn't have had any till tomorrow when I start walking again. I'm not going all day without water. That is not the right way to do things, especially when you've got lovely waterfalls like that over there. And to be honest, well, I'm getting a little bit thirsty. I'm not that thirsty yet, and if I was really thirsty, I've got water that naturally runs down there. I could use my life straw, but I think I'll be okay till I get to the bottom of Jakub's ladder. And then get some fresh river water. See you soon, guys. So I can't remember if I've already recorded this bit or not, so I'm going to do it again if I haven't. This is it now if I haven't. So obviously, due to the pending doom of my tent, I quickly made the decision to pack up and move on, because I didn't want to lose my tent. It might only be a £50 tent, but I've got an attachment to it now. It's done remarkably well. It shouldn't have fared as well as it has in these weathers. It gave his all and kept giving, and it's weird. I feel quite emotional. I don't know why. Maybe it's going to the last 24 hours, or maybe it's just the fact that I've become really attached to that tent. But yeah, there was no way I was just going to give up on that tent and let it be destroyed by the weather. So I packed it down. Unfortunately, there's like a rectangle shaped patch that goes over the top of the tent where the netting is, to obviously stop rain coming in. And the very last bit, I've got that under my arm while I'm trying to wrap up the tent in some shape or form, and the wind rips it out from under my arm and sends it off into oblivion somewhere. I just didn't see it. It disappeared then. Just didn't see it. Couldn't even go after it. So I'm really gutted, but I'm sure I can get a replacement part that will do the job. So she will be back up and running, bless her. My £50 tent, as I put it in my first ever video, that did alright. She's done bloody alright. That tent, at least, a minimum, looked after me from serious harm last night. Because if I'd have been exposed to those elements in that wind, in the dark, even with map, because my phone wasn't doing, my GPS wasn't doing shit last night on my phone, on my watch. It was just wouldn't do it in the elements. So I think I'm going to have to get myself one of those proper GPS's and emergency respond things. But yeah, well, I'd have been really worried if I'd have had to try and do this walk at 3 o'clock this morning. There's multiple turnings off, which is fine. I came up here yesterday. I have a map, and I've actually pretty much remembered the route coming back anyway. But at 3 o'clock this morning in the dark, I don't think I'd have had a Scooby-Doo. I could have been. Ow. That hurt. I could have been wandering around here for hours. So, I owe it all to my tent. Much love to the tent. Whew. Still windy, but wow, looking at the views again now though. See you soon. Okay, so we are down from Jakub's ladder now. Whew. Past Black Horse Bridge, heading back to Edale. So for those of you that may not have worked this out by now, this 3-day event is going to be a 2-day event. I didn't get a lot of sleep on the way through to here when I travelled up, and my plan was to have a good walk on the first day, catch up on plenty of sleep, and then soldier on for the next 2 days. But obviously last night happened, which meant no sleep happened, and I'm dead beat. And it would be irresponsible to go out hiking across the moors any further when the weather's a bit like this, and I've had no real sleep for 2 days. So never be afraid to call it quits. Say you're done. There's nothing to prove by it. We got out, we wanted an adventure, we got an adventure, a bit more than I was expecting, but I learned new things, I experienced new things, and I knew when enough was enough. I knew that tent had to come down right there and then, otherwise we'd be in trouble. And I know that I need to go home and get some rest, otherwise I'll still be in trouble. And then if I don't, and I get back in a mess, my wife will tell me off and I'll be in trouble again. That's a lot of trouble. So I'm just going to head back to Edo, where the journey started. Get a lift for my friend when I can get a lift, and go home. I'll see all you guys soon.
And as always, have a beautiful day. So the weekly weigh-in. Not going to be quite the usual weekly weigh-ins as we've had for the last 2 months so far. Obviously it's been Christmas time and New Year coming up, so I did stop fasting over this period, and I have relaxed my dieting over 3 days anyway, over Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day. So I fully expected it wasn't going to be a weight loss this week, in fact probably more likely weight gain. Even though I've been very conservative with this, it has still been a weight gain. In actual fact, it's been a weight gain of 2.3 kilos. So that actually puts me just under the 4 stone weight loss again now. So, oh well, I can go back and celebrate losing 4 stone again. Anyway, so yeah, that's me for this week. I knew that there would be a weight gain this week. It's Christmas time and allowed to eat some of the Christmas goodies. So yeah, so I'm not disappointed. It just means just got a couple of kilos to take off again and go back to where we were. So, but anyway, that's it for this week. We'll get stuck in with next week. Thanks very much for watching. As always, have a beautiful day.